Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself Professor Reena Mishra. Today my topic is Concept of Supply. The contents for the today's session are Introduction of Concept of Supply, what is Scope of Supply, Composite Supply and Mixed Supply, what is the meaning of these concepts, what is Interstate Supply and what is Intrastate Supply. So as far as the concept of supply is concerned, Chapter 3 of Central Goods and Service Tax 2017 and Integrated Goods and Service Tax 2017 contains the provision of levy and collection of GST. It includes how the GST is imposed and how it is collected. CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST shall be levied on all supplies of goods and services or both except the supply of alcohol, liquor for human consumption. Almost all the goods and services which are used at the commercial level are included or covered with the ambit of chargeability of GST. The expression supply is defined under Section 7, Subsection 1 of Central Goods and Service Tax Act 2017. Now, as far as GST is concerned, to understand the concept of supply is very important because GST is destination based tax. GST कैसे imposed करना है उसके लिए ये समझना बहुत important है कि supply कैसे हुआ है और कहाँ पर हुआ है और on that basis CGST, SGST, UTGST और IGST is levied. Supply includes all forms of goods and services such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal for consideration in course or furtherance of business. Now each and every concept is somewhat different in its own term. Let's have a brief explanation as to what do they mean. Sale matlab when anything is sold off for money consideration or for any other consideration, where there is a transfer of title. Okay, with the transfer of ownership there is a transfer of title, so that is the sale. Then transfer, when there is a transfer of title permanently from one person to the other person, then it is called as transfer, which is the part of supply. Then barter system refers to exchange of goods. One good is exchanged for some other good, which used to happen in ancient time, but still it is in practice. For example, अगर हमको फ़ोन लेना है या कोई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम लेना है तो हम लोग पुराना देकर के नया परचेस करते हैं. तो बार्टर सिस्टम आज भी एग्जिस्टेंस में है, भले ही वो उतना पॉपुलर नहीं है, बट दैट बार्टर सिस्टम इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ सप्लाई. सो आफ्टर एक्सचेंजिंग दैट old article we have to pay some extra amount and we get the new thing. So that is also a supply. Exchange, when there is a exchange of goods or services. Then licensing, to obtain the license. Rental, कोई authority rental period पे लेना, for example renting the house property, renting the machinery, renting any other kind of articles, etc. Lease is another form of rental. Lease is a rental which is taken for long period of time, which is for long span of time. Let's say for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. And at the same time, the disposal is also considered as supply when there is a sale of scrap or etc. So why disposal is also part of supply? Because that is also providing some kind of return in cash or in some other consideration. That's why all these terms, that is sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease as well as disposal is a part of supply. This supply is for the consideration in course or furtherance of business, that is to continue the business, it is considered as supply. Then importation of services for consideration whether or not in course or furtherance of business. Sometimes there are some kind of supply, some kind of services which may not be for the furtherance of business. That is specified in different schedules. Activity is specified in Schedule 1 for consideration, activities specified in Schedule 2 and activities specified in Schedule 3 not to be treated as supply. We will have one by one explanation. Schedule 1, which describes the activities to be treated as supply even without consideration. Schedule 1 में बताया गया है कि वो सप्लाई जो कि विदाउट किसी कंसिडरेशन के हो रही है, उसमें उसके बदले में कोई भी कंसिडरेशन एक्सचेंज नहीं हो रहा है, कैश और एनी अदर काइंड ऑफ कंसिडरेशन इज नॉट देयर, देन ऑल्सो these supply are considered as the supply, or we can say the transaction is considered as supply. Schedule 2 specifies the activities which shall be treated as supply of goods and supply of services. One may refer Schedule 2 with reference to Section 7 to classify whether the transaction involves supply of goods or supply of services. Schedule 2 भी हमको बताता है कि ऐसे कौन से एक्टिविटीज़ हैं जिसमें गुड्स और सप्लाईज का ट्रांसफ़र होने पे वो सप्लाई कंसिडर होता है, और उसके बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन के लिए हमको सेक्शन 7 रेफर करना है. Schedule 3 specifies the activities or transaction which shall be treated neither as supply of goods nor supply of services. Schedule 3 हमको बताता है these are the activities or transaction which shall be treated neither supply of goods or nor services, जहाँ पे goods और services दोनों का सप्लाई नहीं माना जाता है. Now activities to be treated as supply even without consideration. Schedule 1 explains that what are the different activities which are treated as supply, जहाँ पे consideration नहीं है उसके बाद भी उसको supply बोला गया है. That is supply of goods by principal to the agent, when the goods are supplied by the principal to the agent as well as the supply of goods from the agent to the principal. For example, LIC is the principal for the various LIC agents. So whatever services are given or taken between the LIC company and LIC agent is considered as supply. Then importation of service by a taxable person. Whenever there is a importation or purchase of goods or services by the taxable person, that is a related person or from any of his office or any other establishment outside India in course or furtherance of business. Whenever the person, the one who is a taxable person, he imports the services or purchases the services, that service may be related to that person or it may be related to his office or any other business establishment, is considered as supply. Then activities treated as supply even without consideration. This is the continuation of the earlier slide. The permanent transfer and disposal of business assets and whether where ITC is availed on such assets. ITC stands for input tax credit. So we have discussed this terminology in the earlier session, that was introduction of GST. So when the transaction is permanent with reference to transfer of any asset, जब कोई भी asset का transfer permanently हो रहा है एक person से दूसरे person को, या फिर business assets का disposal हो रहा है, उसको sale कर रहे हैं और वो ऐसा asset है जिसपे ITC claim किया हुआ है, तो यहाँ पर इस asset के transfer को supply consider किया जाता है. Supply of goods and services between related person in the course of furtherance of business. Whenever there is a supply of either goods or services to the related person who is related with the business, okay, maybe a customer or some sort of any other type of person, one who is related to the business. Then supply of goods and services between distinct person. Whenever there is a supply between two different person. Anyways, whenever there is a supply, at least two parties should be there. One is seller, other is buyer. So the transaction which takes place between the buyer and the seller is of course between the distinct person. So that is a supply. Even if that supply is without consideration, it is treated as supply. Provided goods not exceeding rupees 50,000 in value in first year by an employer, FY stands for financial year, by an employer to the employee shall be treated as supply. When इट इज प्रोवाइडेड दैट गुड्स नॉट एक्सीडिंग ₹50,000, वो गुड्स जिसका वैल्यू 50,000 नहीं है और ऐसे गुड्स का ट्रांसफर हुआ है एम्प्लॉयर से एम्प्लॉय को, देन दैट इज ऑल्सो ट्रीटेड एज ट्रांसफर और सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स. नाउ वी हैव द नेक्स्ट टर्म, we have two types of supply, that is composite supply and mixed supply. What is a composite supply? We will see. Composite supply means a supply which is comprising or two or more goods and services which are naturally bundled and supplied in which each other in the ordinary course of business, one of which is a principal supply. It means that the items are generally sold as a combination. The items cannot be supplied separately. Here कुछ ऐसे प्रोडक्ट होते हैं जो नेचुरली बंडल्ड होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्रॉकरीज को अगर सप्लाई करना है तो उसके लिए प्रॉपर पैकिंग चाहिए थर्माकोल की, अदरवाइज दोज क्रॉकरीज विल नॉट बी इन अ प्रॉपर पोजिशन, दैट मे ब्रेक, राइट. तो दैट सप्लाई, द क्रॉकरी विथ इट्स प्रॉपर पैकिंग इज कॉल्ड एज अ कंपोजिट सप्लाई. What about the taxability? Here that shall be treated as supply of the principal supply. यहाँ पर composite supply में जो चीज principal supply की होती है, principal supply का जो rate of tax रहता है, that rate of tax is applicable to the other supplies which is associated with that principal supply. जो principal supply है उसका जो rate of tax है दूसरे गुड्स जो उसके साथ सप्लाई हो रहे हैं उनके लिए भी वही रेट एप्लीकेबल होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वेयर गुड्स आर पैक्ड एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेड विद इंश्योरेंस, द सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स एंड पैकिंग मटेरियल, ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड इंश्योरेंस इज अ कंपोजिट सप्लाई एंड सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स इज द प्रिंसिपल सप्लाई. अगर इट इज द रूल ऑफ द बिजनेस वर्ल्ड दैट गुड्स हैज टू बी इंश्योर्ड बिकॉज गुड्स को गोडाउन में भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, द फायर में ब्रेक आउट और गुड्स जल सकते हैं, ट्रांसपोर्ट में गुड्स एक्सीडेंट से खराब हो सकते हैं, तो गुड्स का इंश्योरेंस कराना, बिजनेस प्रीमाइसेस का इंश्योरेंस कराना मस्ट है. तो व्हेन द गुड्स आर इन ट्रांजिट, एट दैट टाइम द एक्सपेंडिचर फॉर इंश्योरेंस, द एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर्ड फॉर पैकिंग ऑफ दैट गुड्स, ओके, these then the expenditure of transport, these all are forming the part of that composite supply. Without insurance, goods are insecure, it's important. Without proper packing, the goods cannot be sent or dispatched. Then without transportation, goods cannot be transported or sent from one place to the other place. So all these things are equally important, which is associated with the supply of goods. So these insurance, then transport and packing material, expenditure on these are also form the part of the composite supply. So here, what is the rate of that goods? The same rate of GST will be charged to the other expenses also. What is the rate? Suppose the rate of goods, the goods are taxable at 18%. So insurance, transport and packing material will also attract 18% GST. Next concept we have mixed supply. Mixed supply means two or more individual supplies of goods or services made in conjunction with each other for a single price. Since they are priced as one, they are taxed as one at the rate of the item that draws the highest tax. मिक्स सप्लाई में क्या होता है कि वो गुड्स जो एक्चुअली एक दूसरे से अलग है फीचर्स में, लेकिन उनको एक साथ ला करके सेल कर रहे हैं. ओके, दे आर ब्रॉट टुगेदर फॉर सेलिंग पर्पस. तो ये मिक्स्ड सप्लाई में जो कॉम्बिनेशन, जो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ गुड्स हैं जो एक साथ मिक्स करके सेल कर रहे हैं, ये मिक्स्ड गुड्स में जिस गुड का टैक्स रेट सबसे ज्यादा होता है, that rate of GST is applicable to the other goods also. Let's say 5 articles are there. वो 5 articles को एक साथ बेचना है. उसमें 5 article में से जिस गुड का या जिस सर्विस का टैक्स रेट हाईएस्ट होगा, that rate is taxable to that rate is applicable to other goods also. For example, a toothpaste which is liable to tax at 12% is bundled along with a toothbrush which is liable to tax at 18%, is sold as single unit for single price, it will be treated as mixed supply. In this case, the higher rate of tax would be applicable, that is 18%. For example, toothpaste. Toothpaste is a different product, whereas a toothbrush is a different product. टूथपेस्ट पे जीएसटी 12% है, टूथ ब्रश पे जीएसटी 18% है, दोनों को कॉम्बिनेशन में सेल कर रहे हैं, तो दोनों पे 18% जो कि हायर रेट है, दैट विल बी चार्ज्ड एज जीएसटी. टैक्स लेविएबल, यहाँ पे हम लोग देखेंगे कि टैक्स कैसे लेवी होता है, कैसे चार्ज होता है. नाउ लेवी ऑफ टैक्स डिपेंड्स अपॉन वेयर द सप्लाई टेक्स प्लेस. नाउ दैट सप्लाई हैज टू बी differentiated between the interstate supply and intrastate supply. Whenever there is a interstate supply, IGST is imposed, and as far as intrastate supply is concerned, CGST, SGST or UTGST is imposed. Now what is intrastate supply? Intrastate supply हम कब ऐसा मानते हैं कि ये intrastate supply हुआ है? So supply of GST within the state or union territory or supply of services within the state or union territory. जब कोई भी सर्विस या गुड्स का सप्लाई स्टेट के अंदर हो रहा है या यूनियन टेरिटरी के अंदर हो रहा है, then it is called the intrastate supply. For example, the goods are dispatched from Mumbai to Nagpur. Now the transaction has taken place between Maharashtra itself. So this is considered as a intrastate supply. Whenever, suppose there is a transaction of supply takes place within Andaman Nicobar, then it is also a transaction which is within union territory. This is also the intrastate supply. So it may be a goods or it may be the services. कोई भी goods या कोई भी services का supply जब union territory के within हो रहा है या किसी particular state के within हो रहा है, तो उसको intrastate supply कहा जाता है. What is interstate supply? इंटरस्टेट सप्लाई में बहुत सारे ट्रांजेक्शन्स को कंसिडर किया गया है. वी विल हैव द एक्सप्लेनेशन वन बाय वन. अब जहां पे हमने देखा कि इंटरस्टेट सप्लाई में ट्रांजेक्शन विद इन स्टेट हो रहा है, सो इंटरस्टेट सप्लाई इज ऑपोजिट ऑफ इट. व्हेन द सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स फ्रॉम वन स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी टू अनदर स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी. सिमिलरली व्हेन द सप्लाई ऑफ सर्विसेज फ्रॉम वन स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी टू अनदर स्टेट ऑफ यूनियन टेरिटरी. जब भी कोई गुड्स या सर्विसेज का सप्लाई एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में, एक यूनियन टेरिटरी से दूसरे यूनियन टेरिटरी या दूसरे स्टेट में हो रहा है, then it is called as interstate supply. Apart from that, import of goods till they cross the custom frontier. Whenever there is a import of goods, जब तक कि वो लोग कस्टम फ्रंटियर क्रॉस नहीं करते, that is also considered as interstate supply. Then imports of services. When the goods are or services are imported, that is also considered as interstate supply. And export of services goods by CEZ. When CEZ exports any goods or services, CEZ stands for Special Economic Zone. So any type of export of services or goods by CEZ. Supplies to international tourists. Whenever there is a supply to international tourists, that is also considered as interstate supply. And any other supply in the taxable territory which is not intrastate supply. Apart from the above points, अगर इसके अलावा कोई और टैक्सेबल टेरिटरी में सप्लाई हो रहा है जो कि इंट्रास्टेट नहीं है, तो उसको भी इंटरस्टेट कंसिडर किया गया है. थैंक यू.